Boom, all right. Kenman here. Today we have one from Null Knives, first on the channel. Thank you to Robin for sending this out from his collection. Has several of these. Thought I'd be interested in kind of sharing one with all of you and enjoying it for a couple days. Maybe buy it. Should I buy one of these? What is it, Kenman? Why don't we find out first? Well, we have the Voodoo Dark Stone Wash Natural Micarta M390 on this version. Thanks again to Robin for sending this out for us to all check out and enjoy. I'll gently place that box to the side. Today we're looking at that Voodoo, the Null Knives Voodoo. What do we think about this? Ultra premium, fantastic. This is great. Whew, I want one quite a bit. The Voodoo has been out for a while. Null Knives has a new release, the Voodoo Doll, which is a smaller version of this. Basically the same, just about an inch shorter. Did you get on that pre-order? Have you ordered one? Do you have a standard size Voodoo? Check them out. Soak it in. Here it is. Got that M390 titanium on this bolster with that bolster lock. I love this little section going on here. The way the micarta curves around, the pivot, that lock. Just a fantastic look and design. Snappy feel. Drops shut. Thumb stud works really well with the thumb or the flick out. Lefty or righty. Drop it down real easy. What a great knife. Looks like it's like a front flipper. And it is. And it is. Nice little harpoon on that blade. Chimps could go all the way up to there, but they feel nice as is. Little choke up spot. Actually went like this on the live when I unboxed it. I do lives regularly. Check it out. Normally Thursday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, any other days. But I grabbed it like this to see what that kind of pinch grip feels like. Put my finger right on there, just cut myself right open. No fault of the knife, I just happened to not be focused or whatever. We're having a good time on the live and I just caught myself right there. Nice little finger choil though, can get up. It doesn't want to bite. It's a good size. I don't like the smaller ones that kind of hook in a little bit tighter. It feels like you could kind of catch yourself. Not the case in this one, even though I did, but I don't know, I wasn't paying attention. But when I grab this like that, it feels good in the hand. Index finger up on this kind of relief cut. I like the design and shape. Hollow grind on there. Tip is in a fantastic spot for getting in and doing some work. Shallow. Not as much for skinning, but for doing that standard work. Cutting our boxes to get those other knives in our collection, right? Null Knives logo right there. I don't see any writing anywhere else. Okay, there we go. M390. I was going to say, that seems awfully minimalist, which is fine. But they got the M390 tucked right on there in that kind of front flipper section. When it's open, it's hidden. You can't really see that at all. Got a fuller cutout on both sides too. So if you aren't on that stud, you can get into the fuller and work it pretty well. All around, every opening style on this. It's just snappy, it's fun, it feels good. Poppy in the hand. Thumb sits right up on that spot. I really like how this is kind of a heavy cut, kind of a deep hollow cut through there. Not sharp on that top, but what a fun little design, a little hooked out on the end. I like the shape of this, I like the design, everything about it. Larger back side here, so when you're grabbing towards the back, I have bigger hands, so when there's a smaller grip, I feel like I'm sliding off, but when there's a little bit more meat in the back like this, I dig it. Clip cannot be swapped to the other side. Blade is centered nicely. Solid. No movement or play. Check the detent. Boom. Pulls in nice and tight right at the end, just a little pop. I don't think you can fail it. I was trying to see if I could talk it the other day. You can if you kind of force grab it like that, but if your finger's out of the way, that is going to open all the way up. Easily drops down. The action on this is buttery smooth. Yes. And a gorgeous hollow grind. Captive pivots, so you only have the screw for the one side. Really kind of a minimalist look. Only 2 screws over here. You can't see the screw for the clip, so you must have to take it off and access it through the inside there. Nice back spacers, got some kind of hearts on there. Nice feel, a little extra touch. Kind of got a little jimpage to it. These jimps could be a little bit more, all the way out to there, a little bit deeper. They kind of hide right here just a little bit in the handle, but they do feel nice. And that thumb stud kind of triangle, what do you call these thumb studs in the triangle shape? Like a wedge. Kind of leaves this flat spot. I kind of can put my thumb on like that. Very impressed with this design. Null Knives is doing it. So yeah, I'm kind of interested. Should I pick one of these up? Comment below. Tell me what you think. So the full-size Voodoo is 8 1/4 end to end. Straight across, 3 3/4 on that blade. So you could kind of say that's 3 3/4. You could almost say it's 3 5/8 right there. But really about a 3 3/4 inch blade with a 3 1/2 inch cutting surface with the slightest curve on the belly. And 4 5/8 on the handle. And take a little side step for a second here. Little news on the channel. It has happened. The day has come. You may know it, not know it, but you have talked about this with me, or we have talked about this and discussed this very little battery for quite some time. And now it's gone. Wait. Yeah, there it is. This is the battery that was running the life of the calipers. It has completely ceased to be. It no longer exists. Wakey, wakey. It's done. I fought with it to see how long we could get out of it. It flashed for the longest time, but it's been dying for well over a year, so rest its soul peacefully. You remember when it first started flashing and dying on us? It had to have been like a year ago. It's crazy. So I ordered a couple new ones. This is a cheap caliper, but it works good enough for what we do here. Plastic on the tips here. Some of them are metal, which is nice, but in this case, the plastic is good because you can kind of squeeze in and grab onto a blade and stuff and never really worry about scratching up any finish or anything like that. But they work well. The battery lasted way longer than I would have ever expected. So we can't really use this today. I apologize, I wasn't prepared, but we can kind of. 0.12, that's 0.2. It's probably about 1.2, 1.3. And it carries out to right there. Got your hollow grind, got that relief swedge on the top. I love the shape of this blade, the fuller, everything about it. Very cool. Digitally or non-digitally here, we got a little more than 0.5. Can you see that on there? 0.52 on the thickness of the handle. We're trying here. 0.7, 0.9, way out here. 1.1. Wow, we're going caveman style. Thickest part of the blade, 1.11. Still works without a battery, right? I don't know. Stay tuned, coming soon. Fresh battery. We'll have to make a counter on the date or something. All right. Full size Null Knives Voodoo 3.97. Drop bear compare 3.29, just a little bit lighter. So 397, good size, good weight. I'm into it. Boom. Drop bear compare brought to you by Kizer. Here's those jimps I'm talking about. Same size as your pyrite, your bug out, your dailies that aren't quite full size. Great user size. Null Voodoo is a full sizer. So it looks like the new Voodoo doll is going to be pretty comparable in size to the drop bear. From what I kind of gathered, it looks like it was about an inch shorter. So a good 1/2 inch, 3/4 in the front and the back would bring the new Voodoo doll down to about the size of the drop bear. But the Voodoo is definitely got a little bit of that size on there. But drop bear, great little user. Check them out. And here we are. Thanks again to Robin for allowing me to kind of check out this knife, enjoy it for a little while, see if I want to buy one. He has 3 of them. Well, he had 4. He sold one of them because I think he's buying the Voodoo, the matching Voodoo doll, so he's got a set. I dig it. This knife is great. Really fun and snappy action. Feels good in the hand, even though you can't swap it to the left. Everything else about this, I love it. Okay. Little paper cut test. Not sure how much Robin has used this. It looks pretty fresh. We know right there it went through me, so it's got something to it. Ooh. Trying to get really tight because I can. You see that little curly? I started doing that. If you can get in there really tight like that, might as well test it and see what we can. There it is. Look at that. 9.5 all day. Another little perfect piggly wiggly tail. Look at him in there. That is fantastic. That just seals a deal for me almost. It's like, man, if I could afford all the beautiful, expensive knives in the world, you know I'd get them. At least we got a chance to check this one out. Thanks again, Robin. Very cool. Do you have anything from Null Knives? What do you have? Did you get that new Voodoo doll? Should I buy this one? Hope to see them comments below. Tell me what you think. I love it. Stay sharp. We'll see you soon.